Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Read With Me. I am your host, Kelly Michelle. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you clicked on this link. This channel is focused on reading together separately. I choose a book, we will read that book the entire month, and then 3 times a week, I will post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays my thoughts and takeaways from the assigned chapter or chapters that we read. And the goal is to read 1 book per month and 12 books per year. And so we have been diving in the book of June, The Garden Within by Dr. Anita Phillips. And so last time we went over chapter 1, and today I will be sharing my thoughts and reflections on chapter 2. And so before we get started, I just wanted to share this disclaimer that in no way am I presenting these ideas as my own concepts, but I'm simply just sharing with you what I took away from the chapter that we read together to inspire you to read it yourself. So, as I mentioned, we went over chapter 1 last time, and today we will be going over chapter 2. And chapter 2 is titled Check the Flow. And these are my takeaways and reflections from chapter 2. Number 1. Pain denied is pain multiplied. Number 2, your spiritual life cannot be isolated from your emotional reality. Number 3, disconnecting from your feelings is not an act of faith, it's an act of avoidance. And number 4, emotion is an active ingredient in your spiritual life. And as I was, sharing with you all, this book I really love it because it is a faith-based book, but it also has a lot of practical application as far as she is a licensed psychiatrist. It's either psychiatrist or psychologist, one of the two, but she is a medical doctor. And even though she is also a minister, she is sharing with us spiritual application and natural application when she is sharing this information about, the garden within us. And so what I wanted to emphasize is number 3. And it says, disconnection from your feelings is not an act of faith, it's an act of avoidance. And I've shared with you all before in previous segments that I grew up in a faith-based household. I grew up going to church. I grew up practicing my faith as a Christian, as I still do today. But I just remember specifically growing up, and the church has matured, but there's still areas of growth in this particular area about knowing that just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean that you are lacking faith. And a great example that I want to share is just, say health is an example, or money is an example. I can have faith for getting healed, but also be in the reality that I feel discomfort in the whatever health situation that I might be. I have a friend that, I actually have several friends, unfortunately, that have dealt with breast cancer. And these ladies very much have faith that they are going to be healed from breast cancer. But even though they have faith, they still have feelings around it. And they have feelings around how they feel scared about treatments and about what the future holds for them having to deal with breast cancer. They have feelings of sadness that they're going through this situation. But that doesn't mean that because they have these feelings about what they're experiencing, that they don't have faith for a better outcome or faith that believing that God will see them through what they're currently experiencing. And so I want to encourage you to really read chapter 2 so that you can dive into what that really means. But I think it is very important to have a level of faith that you want something to change and that you believe that it can change, but also be grounded in reality and not be able to share your feelings about what the reality is. I think that that is part of being human, is that you're able to express that. And like she said in her statement, is that when you disconnect from your feelings, it is not showing faith. It's really more an act of avoidance. And so those are my takeaways for chapter 2. And so next time I will be going over chapter 3. And so before I wrap up this episode, I like to encourage you with a couple of things. If you are enjoying this virtual book club, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We really want this channel to grow, so please tell a friend. And then also too, I want to encourage you to read. Take some time today, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something to sharpen your mind, to learn something new, to read a good story. I so appreciate that you are going on this journey with me, reading through The Garden Within. And I want to remind you, it's not too late to grab a copy of this book so you can jump right into where we are as far as our reading plan. Thank you so very much for joining me today. And until next time, happy reading.